This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good morning everyone. Bruchim Abam. We continue in Mishna Berura Daf HaShavua. We are learning Siman Samach Vav Sif Ches Tzarich Lismaich Geula Litfila. One needs to juxtapose Gal Yisrael to Tefillah. V'layafsik la'achar shamar Gal Yisrael. You cannot be mafsik after you say Gal Yisrael. Rakim ira oinas. Only if you have an extenuating circumstance. Shel hiniach tefillin. Let's say someone didn't put on tefillin yet. V'nizdamnu loy bein gulal tefillah. And all of a sudden tefillin came down min hashamayim, the ananei hakavod. After it brought down the avnei shayam and the avnei miluim, it also deposited a pair of tefillin. Meiniachas, you put on the tefillin then. V'lo yivarich aleim ad achar shispal. You don't make a bracha until after you daven. Avot talis lo yaniachas. You don't put on a talis then. Do not put on a talis then. Ve'im ad shaloi amar gamal Yisrael nizdamnu loy talis tefillin. If, let's say, before you said Gal Yisrael, a talis and tefillin came your way, then you do put it on. V'lo yivarich aleim ad achar tefillah. We had learned that before Gal Yisrael, you do make a bracha on tefillin. You just don't make a bracha on talis. So between Gal Yisrael and Shemayna Esrei, you put on tefillin, you don't put on talis. No bracha at all. If you, before you said the word Gal Yisrael, you got a pair of talis and tefillin, you put them on. The Mechaber says no bracha. The Ramah says v'yesh armim shekaydim Gal Yisrael yivarich al tefillin. Some say you do make a bracha on tefillin. V'hachi nahag, that's the minhag. It says in Mishna Berura, tzarach lismach ayin lekaman siman Kof Yod Aleph, regarding the halachas being samach gulot, v'lo yafsik afil b'shia ba'alma b'neim, even by a delay. What is the zman shihiyah? It's yoiser mikadei dibur, meaning it's not just, you're not limited to Shem Aleichem Rabbi Yomayri. It's a bit more than that. Sha'amar Gal Yisrael, v'hu chamor me'emtza haparak. Between Gal Yisrael and Tefillah is more chamor than be'emtza haparak. De'in lahafsik by afilu b'nei hayira. One should not interrupt between Gal Yisrael and Shemoneh Esrei, even b'nei hayira, kamay b'tefillah. Emloi b'makom sheish chshas sakana, unless there's a mamish, a danger. So let's say there's an oines. For example, he didn't put on tefillin. V'lo yachal lahamtin b'kriyas shema ad sheis davening tefillin. So you'll say, well, why did he get up to here? He should have waited by Shema. No, he couldn't wait. Mishum shayim misyar sheyaver zman kriyas. He was afraid the zman kriyas would pass. Vuadin im misyare sheyaver zman tefillah. Likewise, he was afraid. Likewise, if he was afraid the zman tefillah would pass, mispala b'li tefillin, he should down without tefillin. V'teikav k'sheyavayu acher kach liyadar be'emtza hayom oy b'mincha yinichem. And then immediately, when tefillin comes your way, let's say in middle of the day, or mincha time, you should put them on. By the way, the Chavetz Chaim writes in the Machane Yisrael that if you didn't put on tefillin by Shachris, you should put them on by mincha, which is interesting. Meaning, perhaps one would think, let's say somebody was sick, and they wake up in the morning, they wake up 12 o'clock. So they miss Shachris, they miss Man Krishma. So I think most people would think, okay, I have to put on tefillin, so I'll put on tefillin. I guess I'll say Shema in the tefillin, and V'zehu. But it seems like it's preferable to wear it by mincha. Now, should you go to shul and wear tefillin by mincha time? That's a shtickle matter of kavod habriya. So I don't know how well that's going to go over in Brooklyn, or in the Five Towns. I mean, I do see like this random teenager putting on tefillin quite often mincha. It seems like the guy has a hard time getting up in the morning, and that's why he's doing it mincha time. But if you're still not feeling well in your home, it seems like the better thing to do would be to wear tefillin by mincha. Okay. Or you could go to those minyan where a lot of people wear tefillin by mincha. Okay. And put them on by mincha. V'yomer eza mizmar, say some type of mizmar. Okay. The Dirsha brings down, let's say someone is delaying saying Shema because he doesn't have tefillin. So the Chavetz Chaim said earlier in Siman Chesiv Katan, he should say Shema with the brachos bizmana, and then when you get tefillin, you should say Shema or a different parsha or a mizmar tehillim. The Eliyahu Rabbah says you should say Shema again. Mishna Berura says that there's an inyan that when you say Shema again, it could be it's a tikkun for the fact that you were made Eidah Sheker by saying Shema without wearing tefillin. The Mishna Berura continues, Sarchian. Let's say someone who doesn't have tefillin when the tzibur is davening. What should he do? Should he daven b'tzibur without tefillin and then put on tefillin later? Or is it better for him to daven later with tefillin and miss a minyan? Is it better to daven with a minyan without tefillin? And then when the tefillin comes your way, you'll be mekayem mitzvah tefillin alone. Or is it better to delay after the tefillas hatzibur kedei lishol tefillin mechaveroi in order to borrow tefillin from your friend kedei sheyikru kriyishma v'yispalo b'tefillin? What would you say? Pasak Hamagin Avram. In other words, what's better? To daven with a minyan or to say the tefillah of Shema and Shemana Esrei with tefillin?
The Shavuos used to come up in yeshiva regarding hats and jackets. Is it better to daven with a minyan without a hat and jacket, or get your hat and jacket down without a minyan later?
Yeah, so I mean, in my humble opinion, if you're in a makayim where hat and jacket is sort of a requirement, so I don't think this is a halachic. I don't think la halacha it's better to daven with a hat and jacket than to daven with a minyan. It's just, let's say yeshiva has to have a certain protocol, and the rules are the rules, you know. But lemaisa, a hat. The mode of dress is how a person would dress if they would go to a business meeting. It's pretty hard to say bizman hazeh when it's out of vogue for people to wear a hat at an official capacity that they would be halachically required to wear a hat by the davening. On the other hand, the jacket, nobody would go to a business meeting or meet with an important person without a jacket. La halacha, one would be required to wear a jacket bizman hazeh. Would that trump even a minyan? It's hard to say that. But the Magen Avram says, "Mutav sheyisakev acher tefillas hatzibur shal tefillin." It's better to wait around till after tzibur davens, borrow tefillin, kedei sheyikra kriya shema v'yispal v'tefillin. Now it's interesting. So then, why does the Chavetz Chaim say tzarachion? The Magen Avram paskins that the tefillin is better. Here's where the shaila could come up lemaisa. You're a ben Eretz Yisrael, and you're in Chutz Aretz for the second day. You have to wear tefillin, so you're going to put on tefillin b'tzina. So what do you do? But if I'm going to keep my tefillin on for Shemana Esrei, I'm going to miss minyan. You hear this? You come to Cedarhurst for Yom Tif, and you have to wear tefillin, but you also have to daven with a minyan. So according to the Magen Avram, it would be better not to daven with the minyan and to daven with tefillin, and that is in fact the psak of the Chai Adam and the Kaf HaChaim. I'm sorry, that's the psak of Shlomo Zalman. It's better to daven Shemana Esrei b'yechidus with tefillin than to daven b'tzibur without tefillin, and the Beis Yitzchak also says that. But most Achronim disagree. Chai Adam, the Kaf HaChaim says you should remove your tefillin before Shemana Esrei and come to the shul to daven Shemana Esrei with the tzibur. See, there it's just an issue of Shemana Esrei. So if it's just an issue of Shemana Esrei, maybe you got Shema with tefillin, and now maybe the Achronim would argue on the Magen Avram and say, well, at least get Shemana Esrei with a tzibur. Ma'ashein ken in this case, you don't have tefillin when the tzibur is davening. So should I wait and say Shema and Shemona Esrei with Tefillin? In other words, it's not exactly the same case, because by the case of Yom Tov Sheni, it's only a Shemona Esrei issue. So it could be, where does it say you have to wear Tefillin by Shemona Esrei? It says somewhere you have to wear Tefillin by Shemona Esrei. Not required to wear Tefillin by Shemona Esrei. You're required to wear Tefillin by Shema. You're not going to take it off for Shemona Esrei, but is there more of a requirement to wear Tefillin by Shemona Esrei than by Baruch Hu or by Yishtabach? I mean, it's an important... Is it an absolute requirement to wear Tefillin by Shemona Esrei? L'chayr or not, but by Shema it is. So that's why I think Legabe, the Shaila guy, has a choice. Should I daven later with talis and tefillin, or should I daven with the minyan? Then we say, look, daven with talis and tefillin without a minyan, because you can't daven Shema and Shemona Esrei, but the Ikar Shema without tefillin. But the guy on Yom Tov Sheni, he's wearing tefillin during Shema. The question is, what about Shemona Esrei? Shemona Esrei? Chai Adam says, take it off for Shemona Esrei. Rav Shlomo Zalman says, no, don't take it off. Even Shemona Esrei is important. Yeah, that's how I would be mazber. In other words, I don't think it's exactly the same case. I think Shema is far more basic to have tefillin on than Shemona Esrei. Okay, Meiniach Az, you could put on tefillin. Now, Lamaisa, friends, you do see tefillin is critical for Shemona Esrei for the fact that you're allowed to be mafsik between being gula and tefillah to put on tefillin. Why are you putting on tefillin? So daven Shemona Esrei without tefillin. Big deal. You got this far without it. The answer is no. It is, says in the Mishna Berura, the tefillin yesham shaychus l'kriya shema utfila tfei mitzitzis. So I don't understand why he's bringing in Shema, because we're talking about a case where he had to say Shema already, because he's misyare sheyaver hazman. So, but apparently he means, I don't know why the Mishna Berura is bringing in Kriya Shema here. We're not talking about Kriya Shema, we're talking about Tefillah, but he has to be that Tefillin is more shayich to Tefillah than Tzitzis. You know, if he's talking about Shema, l'chayr Tzitzis is more shayich to Kriya Shema than Tefillin. Aleihem, you don't make a bracha on the tefillin. V'apri chadash, chaylek Yisraeli, the kivim the sharlanei of tefillin ben gula tefillin yachal levarach gam kem lemikra hefsek. Pri chadash says you're allowed to make a bracha. It's not a hefsek. V'chem chazim sefer Eben Oizer. Amnam hadar chachayim hachayadam v'shar harbi poskim hetiku kulam divrei shulchan aruch lahalacha. You don't make a bracha. Arachar shispalo shem emashish shem mevarchalam. You're yemashish and tefillin, and then you make a bracha. Lo yaniach az the al karchach. Im yirtza lesatif betalis yamuchrach lamad b'shtika b'li lahaskal Shemona Esrei. Because if you're going to be mesatif betalis, you're going to have to wrap yourself quietly without starting Shemona Esrei. V'hava shtika hefsek lo yutar ki im litfilin. Now, what's the Mishna Berura talking about? Why would you have to be lamoid b'shtika? Belila haschel Shemona Esrei. Why? Because you have to wait kedei hiluch dalet amos in the atifa. So don't make an atifa. Don't make an atifa. Apparently, you don't put on a talis then. Yeah, we'll hold it over here, friends. We'll continue tomorrow, regular time. Okay, Hatzlacha Rabbah. Have a good day, everyone. Sorry, what?
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.